Hello everyone, this is a quick demo of Homework 3 Space Invaders. This is a classic game, and as you can see here on the screen, I have a spaceship or a tank at the bottom of the screen, and then you can see that you've got some visual effects here going on. In fact, when I start this game, there's going to be an audio as well that I'm not sure if it's going to be recorded or not, but we'll see what happens. So in order to start the game, you should either press left or right arrow to move the spaceship, or hit the space bar to fire a missile. So I'm just going to go around. And so you can see that I can use my keyboard left and right arrow to control the spaceship, and I can use the space bar to fire a missile. And then there are invaders that are spawning from the top of the screen at random position and random speeds. I just lost the game, by the way, so I'm going to refresh this one more time so I can play the game again. And as you hit them with the missile, you're going to see the score or the count for the number of invaders that are shot down gets incremented. Again, I lost the game. But you also have a sort of an inventory of missiles. You've got 10 missiles, and so if you fire them too fast, then it's going to go to 0. But at some point, you get your missiles back. So so you need to take a look at the aspects of the game. I'm going to demo this one more time for you. So see, I lost 5, but they're coming back. So now I have, all right, 7, 8. I gotta kill that one. 9, 10. So it's never gonna go above 10, but it's a design decision to make the game potentially go forever. So what happens is that you should hit the invaders and not let them land. If an invader lands, or if it hits you like this, then the game is over. Yeah, and so if you happen to be shooting inaccurately and shooting too many missiles, you may run out of the missiles, and then there are invaders, so you wouldn't be able to destroy them. There isn't really a win state for this game, so it sort of goes forever for as long as you're willing to play it, or if for whatever reason game is over. So the starter code that is given to you is very simple and minimal. As usual, it has all the styling and the layout of the game and all the static assets of the game. So you get when you start opening the starter, you get exactly this view with the tank in there, but there's no logic for the game at all. And you're expected to implement the game as per the specifications of the assignment. So take a look at the rubric carefully. And you also saw a demo here, and you need to come up with a object-oriented design. So you see a lot of objects on the game. There is the tank, the invaders, and missiles. So kind of try to model this similar to the Brick Breaker game, the way we went about having a block, a sprite, and a paddle and a ball, and the bricks. So you sort of built up the application in the same fashion. Use all the best practices that you learn, including information hiding. So make sure that you have private fields in your classes. Write good modularized code. Try to localize the logic of the game outside of the main.js function and put it, for example, in a game.js class. And one note that I should make is about the assets folder. So if you look at the public, there's the assets folder, and the assets has all the images that you need. And in the starter, there is an example that shows you how you can load the tank image. Because when you start the game, you see this tank images here. So you can see how you can actually read an image and paint it to the canvas. So, but everything else, like the sound effect for shooting, the music of the game, all of this stuff are inside the assets folder under the public directory. And this is sort of the version that I came up with. So you can see that I've got models, I've got some utilities, and completely modularized my code and have all these different classes and utility classes. Yeah, and I have a game.js that sort of abstracts the logic of the game. And so my main.js is fairly simple. You can see it actually looks more or less like the starter code that I gave you, with the exception that I just instantiate the game and I put it in action. That's about it. Okay, have fun implementing this. And if you have any questions, let us know on the discussion board.